All right. Hello, hello, hello. Who the fuck is that? Anyway, welcome to Mahjong. Uh, more Jade Room. As is tradition. I think a big problem I've been having lately is like I've been falling into the trap of like I have to push every hand. Which obviously I don't. It's not great to do that. You just end up dealing in. So I want to try to hopefully focus on that a little bit more. Ooh. Okay. I guess I'll restart the game. That's not how I wanted to start the stream. But so it goes. Let me make sure that I can switch windows when this actually comes up. Properties, select window. Da, da, da. All right. Take two. We'll see if this time it actually works. The match is probably, or well, it definitely already started. So I've definitely missed a good few turns. Hopefully I didn't drop anything too bad. But I guess we'll find out. Okay, you know what? That's extremely reasonable. Yo, we got MILF Slayer? Fantastic name. Okay, okay, okay. That's not bad. Definitely looking at dropping this and this 8. Yeah, as far as like early disconnects go, that's about as good as it could have gotten, just like dropping only the red dragon. Perfectly fine with that. This hand looks fantastic. I can definitely go for, double east like that. Paradora, and then either connect this with something or get a 7 mon. Here's hoping I get one of those soon. What you thinking about over there, MILF Slayer? We're thinking real hard on that 5. What did Akagi Shigeru say while playing Riichi Mahjong? This feels like a chicken cross the road kind of joke. I mean, I definitely take that, right? And then I can just keep these as a pair. I think I do that, and then I'll first off just drop this 5 since it's safe against this 2 and 8. This hand I definitely want to push. Obviously, double East, triplet Adora. I'm dealer. Like, I'm not going to be backing down here. Definitely. I was debating on dropping this 5 for a second because it looked somewhat safe with this early 4 discard. Um, but also, if somebody just dropped another 5 or 6 pin for me, I would have loved to have called Pwn on that as well. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I see, I see. I've I've watched a couple of his videos. Haven't watched like any of his streams. Let's see. This hand looks pretty nice. I'd love to get 7 mon and 8 pin here. Could even... I mean, I'd need some tiles, obviously, but it could technically be a 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku if I get lucky. Alright. What are they doing? Are they going for the half flush or are they going for the straight? Or are they going for the outside hand? Or are they going for the silly or for the Chitoi? Not Chitoi. What am I thinking? Sanshoku. I was even just talking about a Sanshoku. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's going to be good to build off of. It could, if I get something else around here, let me drop one of these. It's not bad. That's not bad. I'm going to do this. Leave myself with a nice 4, 6, 8 group, waiting on 5 or 7. Trust these either as a pair, or alternatively I can get a pair like in here. I prefer not to use these as a pair, really, if I could help it, just because the 4 sows the Dora. And these discards are definitely leaning toward a half flush here on the right. I can just hear my cat in the background just being a menace, playing with whatever bags they can find. Buddy, what are you doing? Gremlin moding. Ooh, okay. I do regret dropping this other 5 now, because that could have been a nice pair. And then I could have dropped these, but still perfectly fine. I could call tiles and make this Tanyao. Look for a 7 pin. 2 7 pins are out, though, is the problem. I'm gonna need a pair at some point, though, and I have... There we go, Shanta. There we go, Junchan. Understandable. That is not how I read those discards. Sometimes you gotta go for the bad hand just to trip your opponents up. Just drop this 9. I don't know, sometimes I like keeping these sort of... Sometimes I like keeping a 5 and a 9 just to like... Just on the possibility of drawing a 7 and then now making that a 2-sided group. 2 middleweights. Cat, what are you doing? Buddy, hey, calm down. They nearly bashed their head in the window. Very normal cat behavior. Okay, nice. I'll definitely be dropping the 2-mon. I just want to think about how this hand is going to really be progressing. I would like a different pair at some point and be able to call on these. These could also just be a pair, and then I could get like 2 groups in here. That's nice for me. That's also not bad. Look at dropping the 9. I'll drop the 9 again, I guess. Typical Mahjong. 7. Do I want to just call? Probably not. Because these very well could just end up as my pair. Two pin or 4 pin would be huge for me. Don't like that. Oh, I don't like that at all. Drop these for right now. Let's see if I can find a 2 pin. I might still have to drop this 7 at some point, which is risky over here, but so is any pin tile. And now it's much less risky. In fact, do I want to just drop it now? I'm going to risk it. Because that's a Suji that they didn't have the ability to, like, attempt to set themselves. Means that it's much less likely to be a trap. Much less likely to be a single weight. Nice. Okay, let's go. Huge. Ishan 10, though with 10 tiles left, I'm not necessarily worried about going for Pinfu. I just want to hit Tenpai, so I'll gladly call tiles if I can. If I can pick up a 2 or 5, so then. I need, I guess, this player to call pawn if I want another draw here, but I don't think that's happening. Okay. Well, that doesn't help me. Ugh. All right. So it goes. Man, I was getting excited for that hand. East and west are kind of nice. I'm not a fan of all these honors. North's definitely getting cut. Yeah. If I can find a pair of one of these two soon, then I'll just gladly drop the other. Technically, this could also be Tanyao if I pick up both a 4-so and a 6-mon, but eh. It's not bad. That is something. Still looking either for something in here and something next to this 5. But this hand is moving forward pretty well at least. Even if it won't be too expensive. Richidora is still something. Let's maximize the chance of getting something to build off of. That's also nice to build off of. All right, that helps. Now, question is, do I want to con right now? I'm not gonna do it just yet. I'm gonna hold off for just as... I probably should have, actually, because, like, it could have put me into Tenpai. Yeah, I'm calling. It did not, in fact, put me into Tempai. But that's fine. I know this wall wants to give me this 7, so... I just don't see that being worth it. I was thinking for a second about, like, maybe I could drop this 8 and try to build off that, but, like, at that point, like, this 5 and this 6 are going to be just about as good as that 4 in first place, except that they're also connected to other tiles. I didn't give them extra door, though, so that's fine. I'll take you down, Milf Slayer. You don't need to be so proud. This hand's looking pretty nice. Could easily be Pinfu if I get something around these. 5-pin would be fantastic. Five pin again would be fantastic. You know, there is a chance of Chitoy. We could do a Tanya Chitoy. Maybe. Hopefully. There'll at least be some value. Worried about a flush to my right. Also worried about a flush across me, really, but a little bit less so. Pin tiles are going to be real dangerous from both of them. I think at this point it might just be Tanya, if I want to push. But I guess if I do that, then I'd still have to drop one of my pin tiles at some point. Yeah, I'm giving up on Chitoy. God, I'm worried about dropping the 6, though. I'm worried about that, too. Nah. Nah, we play safe here. We play safe. I really don't want to deal into these hands. Someone was thinking on that, which is interesting to me. This player might have a pair of 2s? No? Well, I guess they could if they're just playing defensively. Okay. Well, we can get back to Tempai with this. We can get Tanya Pinfu. We can think about pushing again. I'll absolutely be thinking about calling tiles. Not that one, but like, if I can call chi anywhere in here, absolutely, I'm taking it. Yeah, I'll take it. Tenpai for 5-8. Tanya Dora too. I don't like the chances of my opponents actually dropping the tile I need, but if I can draw it here, if I can get Haite... Nah. Still, just being able to get back to Tenpai there, I'm real happy with that. I didn't actually think it was going to make it that far. Get rid of that. Again, I'm sort of keeping this 5 and 9 just because of if I happen to pick up a 7, then I can get benefit from either a 6 or an 8. Honestly, I probably should have just dropped this one though, because this 5's already connected over here. Would have been able to keep a safer tile for later, but it didn't much matter. Both were going to be going basically immediately. Feel like I'm more likely... Well, okay. Because, like, this could be Pinfu again. If I pick up something around here, and then something next to one of these other three. Like that. But if I just pick up my 2 or 5, then I'm just, you know, going for this 5-8 weight. Ricci only. I don't like all these pin tiles over here. Has me real worried about a so flush. I'm a little surprised no one wanted that. I thought for sure someone would have wanted that east. Not complaining though. That's... I mean, that is better. So, 1 or 4 mon, 5 or 8 pin, 2 or 4 so, any of those put me into Tenpai. I would gladly just take it. Are they going for another outside hand here? Makes me a little bit worried about this, but fuck it, I'm sending it. Though also 4 8s are out, so getting that over here is not likely. I mean, obviously, that's actually impossible, but the 5 over here is still possible. Just not likely with only 2 remaining. If I pick up a 4 or 6 pin though, then I'm back on track for no, not taking that just because I've already dropped the 2. Well, actually, I guess it doesn't really much matter unless I were to pick up a 1, but that wouldn't matter anyway. So maybe that would have been fine to keep, but ended up working out this way. How do I feel about the... I mean, I gotta take this, really, because otherwise I'm just waiting for one of the last 2 5 pins. Unless I really feel like one of the 2 5 pins is gonna come up. Nah, I'm taking it. Maximizing the amount of tiles I can actually win off of. That way I can more easily get sumo. If nothing else. Plus now there would only be one 5-pin left. So Ricci only. Not a big hand at all. What I'm looking for is Sumo, Uradora. Either of those would be great. 12 tiles left. Haitei is on the table. Okay, that's Sumo. 2 on at least. Ah, Nora. Only 2. That's fine. I will very gladly take it. Take the sticks that were already on the table. Huh. Please drop another north. Please both of you drop norths. I don't like this hand. It could be an outside hand. Oh. I mean, that helps. There is a chance of a pure straight here. It's not likely drawing all 3 tiles for the 2, 3, and the 4. But that is possible. If I can get a pair here, and then a 2-mon, which are some pretty specific tiles, or a 4-mon now. But if I get those, like, this could be Pinfu. I gotta be real, this hand is progressing way faster than I thought it was going to, but it's still not necessarily great. Definitely be dropping that. Though if I pick up like a 6 or something over here, then I can look at dropping this, having a pair of 8s. Picking up a 2 would then again give me Pinfu. Giving up on the pure straight entirely, because like I have too many groups for that anyway, and getting the 2, 3, 4 would just be rough. 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku was also on the table, but again, it's just unlikely. I like the chances of building off this 6 a little bit more. That's a little bit worrying. Oh, and I could have been looking at that 1, 2, 3 Sanshoku. So it goes. I'm looking at dropping the 8 so. Yeah, I'll drop the 8 so. It sort of halves the efficiency here as far as like things that would complete a group go. Because going from 2 things, a 2 and a 4, down to just a 4 sucks. But I could also get a 6 and then build off this that way. I'm gonna need that pair at some point. I think this is fine to go for this, drop that 8. That is Tenpai, waiting on 4-mon. 2 of them are out. If these players push, which this player's gonna have a tough time not pushing, then it could easily come out. Again, it's just Ricci only. This hand's not worth much at all, but If I can hit Uradora, if I can hit Zumo, that's worrying as well. I would think that it's a little bit more likely for the Formon to be safe than not. So they're also now somewhat likely to drop a 4. I feel. We'll see if that's actually true or not. Come on, y'all. Please drop this. Oh, that would have been so nice to keep. But I knew the chance of that happening when I called Richie. Oh. That's rough. Because now I'm going to be back in last. Sevens would be fantastic here. That would be Pinfu set up. If I would want to take it that way. Let's go ahead, drop this. I don't need that. 9 pin is Dora, so I could look at keeping this 8. I never liked ditching a pair like this, but honestly, I don't really feel bad about it. Just means I need to draw a pair somewhere in here, or another 4 pin, or another 6 mon. I got plenty of time for that. Seven so, fantastic. I'm gonna lock in these 4s as a pair. I'm gonna need a pair anyway. If I pick up a 7 mon, then this would be Pinfu. What are they doing over there? They hesitated on that 8. It could be an outside hand. Efficiency-wise, that's worth keeping over this 8. I'll take it. I don't like getting rid of tiles right next to the Dora. That's gotta hurt, drawing that right after dropping that 8. I'm glad to see it. I know they're not. Triplet of 4s now. Now this can go. I do regret dropping that 3 earlier. See if I can draw a second one. And I regret dropping this 3. Man, Mahjong, why do you like this? Why do you only give me the tiles that I want after I drop the tile that it would actually help? Alright. We're Tanya now. I don't feel bad at all about dropping that 8 now that we're Tanya. I can definitely call tiles over here. If a 7 mon comes up, I gladly just drop this 4, end up a Tenpai. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. Someone using that? No? Okay. Well, that is Tempai. I'm not gonna reach here. Drops that weight for 5? I don't like that. No, 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 no. We don't push the funny orange button here. Not when we're facing 2 Richis with a single weight like this. Yeah, drop this. Because I wouldn't have really trusted this 5 that I just drew with this player to my right. Okay. There we go. Richie would have worked out, but I didn't trust it at all. Only a small 2 Han hand, but you know what? I'm pretty much in league with these other 2 right now. I could have had an extra Han. You're right. I could have maybe had more with Uradura. I wasn't paying attention to what that was. But nah, I just did not trust the tiles that I was going to be drawing. I could look at a pure straight here. I think I might just force that if I get the opportunity. Almost always, I do think that calling Regi is worth it, but there are some situations like that where, nah, I didn't want to fall any further behind than I already was. You get it, you get it. I honestly probably should have just dropped this 3 because I'm looking, well, I don't know. I'm holding on to it for just a second. Because say I pick up a 9-mon or 1 pin, then that kind of throws out my pure straight idea. Oh, understandable. And like, again, that time I think it would have worked out entirely. That didn't give me necessarily the efficiency that I was looking for, because like I could have benefited from a 4 or a 7 if I kept that 5 with this 5 extra 5/6 group that it would have given me. But really that just benefits from a 4 then, because I'm already benefiting from a 7 with this 8/9. I'll drop this. I'm not going to trust this 6 long term. Sooner than not, this is going to have to go if I'm going to force that pure straight. I would have liked to have dropped it before that. Boy, push. I'm dealer. I gotta... This is my last dealership, and I'm in last. I gotta try. That's Suji on this 6. They've at least dropped this 8. God, this 6 is going to have to go. And it's only going to get more dangerous from these other players if I keep it. That mentality has fucked me over so many times, but at the same time, like, man, I just don't really know what else I can easily do here. Unless I just pick up a 1-pin or 9-mon, which then my hand just sucks. Don't you fucking dare. Oh well. I knew that could happen. So why should have dropped that 6 earlier than later? I hesitated too long. This is the Jade Room. People will hit Tenpai very quickly. Oh. So, I no longer get a chance at being dealer. I no longer get a chance at extra value in my hands from that. So, how do I get the value I need to be able to come back here? Not that I necessarily need it this hand, but sometime in the next 3 hands, I gotta make a good push. Umphy, how are you? How's it going, Whale? I'm suffering, by the way. This game is not going fantastically right now. It's also not, like, too bad. Like, if I get a 5-Han hand, this would be able to come back. They do call you that. I've probably called you that once. Let's see. 7-pin's gonna be rough to get with 2 of these already out. But maybe it's fine? Maybe that's fine waiting on that still for right now. Well, ooh. That would be some value. Sanshoku Dora? Fuck it, I'll force a Sanshoku Dora. Let's go. Yeah. Thanks to you. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna super duper giga win. You have instilled me with faith. I just need one of these 2 7s. This would be 3 Han if I call. And if I go for Ricci, I won't be able to use North anyway if I do this. I'm going to do that instead of dropping the 3-pin. Just in case somebody else could use those 3s. Like the Toyman here could just be in Tenpai. Hell, they could be going for Sanshoku. No. We don't need that 6. We're going Sanshoku here. Two 7-mon are also out. It's gonna be real rough to get to Tenpai, probably. Unless I get lucky. But I believe in the luck. I have Akagi blessing me right now. Oh, my baby girl didn't help me. Well, you know what? I can be sheep blessed for this hand at least. 6 away from 13 orphans. That's not good. I don't take that. 2-3 Sanshoku's possible. The 1-2-3 Sanshoku is so unlikely here that I just really should probably just drop this one, but I gotta look for value where I can here when I'm in last. Oh, unfortunate. No, it's not done. It's not done yet. We still got 2 rounds. And in those 2 rounds, I'm gonna want a Mongun. So I have to figure out how to get 4 to 5 Han. At least. Because if I take a Mongon off this player, then I'm in second. If I take a Mongon off this player, then I'm still in third, but then I can push us into the West rounds. That's value, by the way. If I end up picking up the red 5... Okay. If I end up picking up a... Well, I was gonna say something and it wouldn't actually make sense. What's rough is I already have a pair, so it's gonna be hard to use these and keep both of them. Unless I pick up a 2-so or another 5-so. But I feel like I gotta try to keep both of them. And obviously if I pick up a Tumon by myself, then that's fantastic. I just have Pinfu set up, reach Pinfu Dora. It's not quite the value that I would need unless I hit Ura. Hear me out. Oh. I'm gonna go walk into the sea after this. That hurt. I was gonna look for that as a 6, 7, 8, and then try to keep my pair of Dora. But I could also just deal in. I don't think I go for the Honeytsu just yet. I can't call that, because then that's just a 1-hon hand. At best, it would be 3-hon. Honestly? Cut that one. I'm looking Sanshoku right now. I'm gonna need a 2 or 3 in here. Well, but then I still gotta call tiles, and then that's just 1-hon. At that point, I should have just called south. Ugh. God, trying to find some value here sucks. I think the Sanchoke is a bad idea. I'm gonna pivot now, before it's too late. I don't want to get so dead set on that, and then fuck myself over. That is right next to Dora. That is right next to Dora. So we keep it. Don't like that. Okay. Trust in the 4-pin. I don't like the idea of dropping this Tumon right now. Not with that 1 discard. They could have just kept that for safety. I wasn't paying attention whether that was from hand or whether that was... It definitely would have had to have been from hand. It was their Riichi. Trusting this. I will very likely be dropping my, how do I feel about that? Yeah. Don't you do it. Thank you. I will very likely be dropping my 1 and 2 mon. I'm just scared of that too. Warpin was safe. This should be safe, unless they're just going for a silly little Tonky wait. Which they aren't. Alright, at this point I think I dropped that. I'm not sure that I want to risk the 7, so it just doesn't feel right to me right yet. Okay, okay. I trusted the 2 and it worked out. If I pick up 7 mon, honestly my cells might go. And I just keep these as a pair. At this point I don't actually think that I'm going to be getting my white dragon. So I think that makes complete sense. Oh. Turns out I should have kept that 1. Thank you for not doing that. Trusting that, because that has at least been safe over here. I gotta call tiles at this point if I want to hit Tempai, and I don't want to lose any more value. I don't want to be more than a Mongon behind if I can help it. But also, 3 tiles left. I don't think I'm going to have a choice here. I think this is a no-10 hand. Oh. Mahjong is rough. Yeah. Alright. 3 pin only, huh? Oh, and see, what sucks there is now I not only have to worry about possibly dragging this player to my left below 30,000, but also the Toyman across from me. 4, 5, 6. I mean, I'm just dropping one of those. How do I get out of last here? Obviously a Mongon. How do I get a Mongon? Alternatively, I could hit this player with this, like, a 3 or 4 Han hand. I guess 4 Han would just be Mongon anyway. Well, almost a Mongon, which would be enough anyway. I'll drop that, even though I just cut the 1. I think that's fine. Because now if I get a 3, that could leave me with this 5-6 group. Or I can just draw that. I don't really trust the tune here. I could have also looked at dropping this 5, maybe. Before it gets any more dangerous. Because if somebody calls Ricci right now, of course, I'll be very, very scared about having to drop it later. Could also have just cut this 7 and then looked at building off of either other side of this. And now that I have that, I think I will do just that. Let's try to lean this into Pinfu. Alright. Well, I slightly regret dropping that 7 pin now, but you know what? I'm fine with this. This isn't bad. I don't quite know whether they're going for Tanyao or Sanshoku. I'm assuming it's just Tanyao. Considering this 4, these 2 3s, of course I have a 3 and a 4 as well, and 2 2s, and this one's out. It would be hard for them to actually have the 2 3 4. Alright, at least that's going to knock the other player down below 30,000 and make it so I only have to take this one down below 30,000. That said, I need to hit them with a direct Hanemon. That's not going to be easy, chat. However, I have an option here. And I want to be clear, it's not an option I like. But if you don't go for it, you're never going to get it. We gotta try. We gotta try. This could also end up being pairs instead. It's often just how my 13 Orphans hands tend to go. Obviously, I don't have the 2 pairs right now, so not super... Okay, well, there we go. It could be pairs. I'm gonna drop this. They could also easily think I'm going for a flush. Let's see. Chun, Ton... Well, Ton's not gonna be anything. I'm not gonna call that. Let's see. I'm being blessed by Whale. I'm being blessed by Akagi. I want to go for the 13 Orphans, y'all. So let's see. I need 9 Mon. I need 9 Pen. I need West Wind. I need Green Dragon. 1 West, 1 Green are out. I'm not calling that. Two Wests are out. 9 Mon, 9 Pin. West, 3 Wests are out. And Green Dragon. Two away from Tenpai. I got my 9 Mon. Another Green Dragon is out. All right. That's fine. For now. I don't like that 8. But it's going to get dropped anyway. Honestly, not a good way to think about that. But... Oh... All right. And that's game. I think that was a valiant attempt. Oh. Did not pay out at all. But it's 13 Orphans. It rarely ever does. Had to try. Put me in there for another match, though. This time. This time it'll go well. Also, hi, Iris. You're so right. The essence of gambling is to die to 14-year-olds. All right, let's see. What do we got here? 7, 8, 9, that's nice. I got these. Okay. I could look at a half flush. I could look at a half flush. I might even think about dropping either this 8 or this 9 and then trying to make it look like I'm not going for a half flush, at least with so. So hold on to this 8. Y'all, I think plans might have just changed. I'm not calling that because I'm going to need a pair anyway. I guess like I could have called it and then dropped this, but then it's just a one-on hand where, as is, I can at least get Riichi. And with Riichi, I get the benefit of like possibly getting Uridora, possibly getting Menzen Sumo. So I don't think it's worth calling that green here, even though it gives the Yaku. Yeah, I'll drop that one. Six, huh? That's gonna be real nice here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just take that. Keep the south for safety. Nah. We don't call here. We're going Riichi only. If I get lucky, I can pick up another 6 or 9 so, and then also have Ipeko. But Riichi only I would be fine with. And you know what? That early too? It's not super early, but I think that they're probably not going for the 1 or 4 so. I think if they draw it, they're dropping it. Riichi no me. Don't you fucking do it. Thank you. Thank you. I went through a lot of trouble with that last game. Everyone at this table has got to be scared. I'm not in a good mood after that one. Could have been Ipeko if I waited, but also somebody else easily could have just dropped the 1 or 4 so. Well, it wouldn't have mattered because like I wouldn't have had a Yaku anyway if they did. It just would be another one out. But like, there wasn't any real reason to hold off on calling Riichi. Not with this two-sided wait. So even though it could have been Ipeko, and even though I didn't hit Uridora, it made sense. I'm sure that they all fear my one Han hand now, though. Now. Man, this hand sucks. I'm gonna drop that. Again, there is a chance here for 13 Orphans. This is like 5 away or 4 away with a pair like I have here is where I start like thinking about it. I'm not doing it though. I'm not doing it. Reason I got rid of that 4-pin, though, is because this 3 at least still works with these 1s. Interesting, these players have already dropped, like, as many middling tiles as they have, and no so tiles between them. There we go, I got the 4-pin again. Damn, I've already used up all my time? I didn't realize I used up that much. Shit. Oh well, that's fine. That's fantastic. I am looking at just dropping this 6-0. It's nice to build off of. It really is, but like at the same time, with neither of these players having dropped a single so tile, they're almost certainly going for flushes. But I'm going to hold on to it anyway. I was thinking about it there, but at the same time, if I just draw a 5 or 7 so, then I would have to drop that later too. Whereas at least now, like if I draw something around this, then I would be able to use it. So maybe it is better to hold on to it for right now and just look at dropping this 1 and 2 later. Honestly, the 1-mon should just go. Drop this. Get rid of the safety. I probably shouldn't have actually done that. I have too many pairs, and this isn't going to be a Cheeto hand. It feels a little bit too late to really go for that. Yeah, and I'm definitely not going to be willing to drop this 6 against this right now. Well, okay. If the 3 and the 9 pass, then I would, but at the same time, now I have that 5, so it doesn't matter. I am making the mistake of only looking at these players and not paying attention to this one, though. The 3 just passed, I'm going to do this. It felt pretty safe against them. Okay, how do I feel about this? I'm just going to drop my souths, honestly. I don't think I want to risk the 1-mon just yet. I'm trusting so tiles against them. They seem pretty safe. I'm God. Forgot. Right. That could have been bad. Luckily it wasn't. I just completely forgot for a second that obviously I should be worried about these hands as well. 2-mon I don't trust. I'm dropping 1-pin. I think it's going to be safe. Honestly, that one was more just from the timer. But, like... The 1-pin didn't necessarily scream dangerous to me. It just didn't read... It also very much wasn't safe. Oh, okay. Calm down. Sorry, Jonah. No, fuck off, actually. How do I actually... God, I'm not used to moderating a Twitch chat. How the fuck do I ban this? I mean, I can block you. Is that the same as banning on Twitch? Fucking, I don't know, man. How the fuck do I get rid of this? Whatever. I'm not worried about it. I gotta focus on the match. Okay, that's good. That's fantastic, even. I dropped this. This hand's not gonna be Pinfu. But... well, it could be still if I pick up like a 7-so. But instead I'll just do this. 8-so, 8-mon, wait. So, Richidora 3. Could easily be Richidora 4. Either way, it's a Mongon. Not to mention, of course, this player to my right, because of their double Richi, they're not going to be able to defend just like that. I was hoping that would have been the 8-mon. But I am certainly not complaining. Easy Mongon. And now we get to be back in first. We get to stand on top of the world. Ooh, okay. Huh. Well, I can definitely call tiles here. Drop this. There's a chance of not a flush, I almost said a flush. That would be scary if I didn't have these. There's a chance of an outside hand here. Yeah, no. Now that I've drawn that, I'm not going to force that. Keeping the green dragon even though it's out just for safety here. Speaking of safety, now I'll keep that now that that north's been shown to be safe. I think this player's very likely to drop a 7-so for me. And an 8-mon. Right next to... yep, just like that. Both tiles that they've discarded... or both right next to tiles, anyway, that they've discarded very early. I'll call this small 2-Han hand to match their small... probably 4-Han hand, because it's probably a flush. But 2-Han at least hand over there. These other players are also likely to think that the 7-so is going to be safe from both of us. Because of their early 6 discard and my also very early 6 discard. Like, so tiles just look pretty safe. I look like I'm threatening a Mon flush. They look like they're threatening a Pin flush. So tiles are going to come out really easily. I'm not too worried about getting the 7-so here. I think it's going to be very likely. Unless this player's in Tenpai, obviously, and if they win before me. But, ooh, speaking of being in Tenpai, I don't think that they would be going for 7-so, though. I forgot for just a second that I wasn't the one who called Richi. So, like, I was like, why is this 8 not auto-discarding? Obviously, because... not in Richi. I just discard that, right? I just discard it. It could be the Rinshan. But with only a single tile for me, I don't really like my chances there. I like my chances of opponents dealing in more. And I don't want to risk giving this player more value. Not to mention, of course, I don't know what tile I'd be picking up next. So, like, if I could get something very dangerous and deal right in. All right. Small two-han hand pushes the game forward, keeps us in the lead. Starting the south rounds with a nice, significant lead here. All right, this isn't looking bad. I don't really like the chances of getting a south here when one's already out from the door indicator. So I'm going to go ahead and drop that right now. This could also be Pinfu, so I'd like keeping this north. Yeah, this can be Pinfu. If I pick up a 3 or 6, or yeah, if I pick up a 3 or 5, so I should say, then I'm just looking for a pair. And that north could do it and still let me have Pinfu. There we go. Okay. Drop this, keep the 9 so for some safety against these two. 3 so, 5 so. Looking for either. I will keep that, because that means that if I pick up another north wind, or if I pick up a 7 pin, then I would just have a triplet and a pair. No, I think that's dumb. I think it's dumb. I don't like that chance anyway. I would rather keep something safe. It doesn't help my hand significantly enough to really be looking at it, I think. It's just holding on to a more dangerous tile for later, which I don't really want. Huh. Now that, though... there is the chance of a Chitoi. I'm much closer to Pinfu. Or at least I should say I think that's more likely to get. But I think that the chance of Chitoi is significant enough. Not to mention, of course, it's a very defensive hand. I think it makes sense. But now that I've drawn that, I'm definitely saying no to it. 3 so, 5 so. Gonna need either of those, make it Pinfu. I could have also maybe looked at dropping the 6 there. It would have halved the efficiency, though. I don't think it would have been good. Okay, yeah, and I'm glad that I didn't. Let's go. That's Pinfu set up at least, even though I'm not Tenpai yet. But I was thinking about if I dropped the 6 out earlier, then like right when I hit Tenpai, then if I do end up waiting on that 3, then opponents would be more likely to deal into it than they would if I just call Ricci on the 6. Because the later it is, the more obvious the Tsuchi trap is. Keep that. Well, I'll keep the 2 so I mean. Should also just disable calls. Should have had that disabled a while ago. I don't actually think the 3-pin deal's in here. So I think that's okay for right now, for right this second. The Tumon I don't really trust as much. Minecraft villager noises. How do I feel about that? I think I trust the 2 a little bit more than the 6 or the 9. That's at least half Tsuchi for the 6. I'm gonna drop the 9 here. Okay. This could be Ipeco for me. I'm gonna turn on calls again with 5 tiles left. Yeah. Do that. I'm just getting to Tempai. Don't you do it. Thank you. No Yaku, but who cares? 5 tiles left. I just wanted to, you know, be able to be in Tempai. This should pass. Because the 6... Actually, yeah, the 6 has already passed. I was going to say 3 and the 9 passed, so the 6 was Suji. But it also just already passed as well. That was a decent-sized hand. I don't really like to see it, but at the same time, I still got a pretty good lead. I'm fine with it. Drop this for right now. Keep these because they're going to be a little bit safer. Just for a second at least. No. Don't need that. That's very nice, though. One of my other pairs is just more likely to actually stay as a pair, whether it's these 9-pin or whether it's these 1-so. So I'm perfectly fine with just dropping that 8. Y'all, we could be Junshan Gaming. That fully outside hand? It's looking possible. That puts a minor wrench into things. It means that I can't easily just call unless I'm willing to drop those, but it might happen. It doesn't mean that I regret dropping this 1-pin earlier, but I think I'm okay dropping this. I don't really need 2 7s and 2 9s here. Alright. On 3-mon, this is Pinfu. Even if it's not Junshan, it's Pinfu. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this. There is still a chance of a Sanshoku here, 7, 8, 9. If I drop both of these. That would be the biggest I could see this hand going, is Junshan Sanshoku, but I just don't actually see that being too likely. And of course, I would have drawn a 9-pin after dropping that one, but so it goes. I don't really care too much about that. Okay. That's possible. I think the 7-so is likely to come out from either of these two, so you know what? I'm dropping this. I'm going for the Junshan Sanshoku. Two-pin looks very, very, very safe against everyone except for the Toyman. My dragon doesn't look as safe, but hopefully it passes. And you know what? Somebody can call Pone. That's fine with me. Pone is much better than Roan. Don't need that one. I'll now keep the 100% safe tile. Because I can't imagine that the Toyman's going for 13 orphans here. I don't even think that that's possible at this point, but I might be wrong. Let's see what all's available. I mean, it might still be possible. Obviously, dumb as hell. The first 5 discards are like that, but I am a little bit worried about this North dealing into one of these, but not by too much. Mostly from this player going for a flush. Drop that. Again, hold on to the white. 100% safe against everyone. come on. Come on, come on. You know you want to drop one of my tiles to put me into Tenpai. You know you want to do it. You want to do it so bad it makes you look stupid. Seven so, 9 mon. Honestly, 10 tiles left, even a 6 mon I would take. That's rough though. There we drop the safety. I don't like picking up that 7. That sucks. Okay, Amon passed. We're more likely just to go that way. I feel like the 7 mon likely would also pass, but boy, do I not want to risk it. Actually, because let's see, we got 3 8s out. We got, is that 3 6s out? 1, 2, I thought, yeah, another 6 here. Oh yeah, absolutely. I take this and I just end up in Tenpai. Oh, shit. I didn't click in time. All right. So that she ended up doing nothing for me because I didn't click in time. Fuck. Doesn't matter as long as they don't call. Thank you very much. They're probably so confused why I dropped that 3. Definitely don't call. I don't like Toy Toy all symbols. I think that's bad. Because expecting all of your opponents to actually drop the tiles that you need when it's like all or even just a lot of simple tiles, it's hard to actually get. I think Chitoy is so much better for that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off calls even, because I'm just one away from Tenpai with Chitoy. Like, this is just a Chitoy hand. Because of that early Richi, I often tend to think that they're more likely to have bad weights. So I don't really trust them with this white dragon right now. Unfortunately, the big problem with Chitoy, getting this last tile sucks. Usually. Okay. That's fine. Ugh. Perfectly fine with that. Again, moves the game forward, keeps me in the lead. I would have liked to have gotten my Chitoy there, but hey, not getting it, it's no big deal. This hand looks very nice. It could be a 5, 6, 7 Sanshoku. It could be Richi only. Like if I pick up a 6-0 and then like an 8-pin or something. I'd be fine with that. I think the Sanshoku is going to be hard to get here, actually, because of this triplet of Easts. Like, if I pick up a 3-mon or an 8-mon, then that's different. I'll trust that as a pair more than this 7, because this 7's much more connected to this 6. It's much easier to get a sequence here than it would be here. But yeah, if I just, if I get the chance to take Tenpai, I'm taking it. So, that would be nice. I'm going to go ahead and do this. But if a 6-0 does come up, which it didn't. If it did come up, I would have dropped this 7 and then eventually dropped one of these Easts. But I'll take Richidora. I'm good with that. We don't need value right now. We're in first. All right. Come on, 6 or 9 mon. Looking for either one of those. No idea whether this player is likely to actually drop one or not, because their discards aren't telling me anything for mon tiles, but hey. That works. Not having information means they can still drop it. And, hell yeah, Uridora, thank you. Love to see it. Going into South 4 like this, it's so huge compared to the last game. That's not bad at all. My hand is real shiny right now. If I pick up a 7, so I'd be real happy. But I don't necessarily need to. This could just be Tonyao. I have enough groups. Honestly, I might rather keep that East for safety. I want to drop this 7. I just don't really see it really helping me. Because even if I pick up a 6, which would connect that 4 and that 7, let me build off either. That's normally very nice. But I just have too many shapes. I don't think I need to worry about another possible one with the 7. When even as is, I can look at maybe even just calling tiles. Maybe. I'll drop the safety. This 9 and 8 are likely to go, but they aren't necessarily going to. If I pick up, or like if this player drops a 3-pin, I think I take it. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a group in here. I got these. I guess I would need one more group somewhere. So maybe I wouldn't take that. True. Listen, you gotta keep your shiny tiles. I'm taking this, and I'm gonna look at a Pinfu possibility. If I pick up an 8-pin or a 7-so, then I have that set up for me. I guess instead of looking at it like calling... Because when I was thinking about calling a 3-pin, I was thinking like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I could also just do 3, 4, 5 and a 6, 7 group. It's unfortunate to drop the door there, but I just don't really like that 4, 4, 5 shape right now. I think my hand is too complete to really worry about that, because that's a good one for like building other groups, but I don't need to build other groups. I just need to finish the groups I have. I think that is better as a sequence right now than a pair and possibly triplet. But what I was going to say is, like, if I get the chance to call for 3, I could also do, like, 3, 4, 5, and then look at, you know, finishing the 6, 7 later. dropping this 9, of course, and then this 8, 9. Let's see. That's a 3, 4, 5. That's nice. I'm going to go ahead and drop this 8, 9 for sure. I'm going to start with the more dangerous tile. Also, I've got to mute for a second to blow my nose. Oh, that's fine. That's game. I win. I just wanted to finish that hand. But hell yeah, first place. Okay, that's huge coming off of the last match, because, like, I mentioned it last stream, but I have a very bad habit of, like, once I start losing, I continue to try to push for value, even, like, in the next game, and it just really throws me off. So I'm glad to, like, actually do well there. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I meant to do one more match. Hey Amanda, how are you? Yeah, the Telltale is so easy to get into. I gotta be real though, my brain has turned into mush real quickly, so like, this is probably gonna be the last game. I might do a Sanma East after this. Maybe. Just a quick little Sanma, but we'll see on that. It's going well. Lost one game, won one game. Go ahead, drop this. Nah, that makes sense. Like, that's definitely something that you'll... It's something that you start to pick up on, at least, with enough play, but, like, even then, I struggle with that too sometimes, so... In a game of chance, it's hard to tell, you know? It's always going to be a little hard. I will have times where I'm like, where I make a mistake and then I realize, like, oh yeah, you know, instead of doing this, I should have done this. It would be, like, slightly more efficient, but, like, often it's not easy. Sorry, Amanda, I think you are a bot. I don't know how to... You know what? There you go. Rip Amanda. Okay. Well, I don't need all my pairs here. See, that's the problem, is it's not. Or at least I don't... I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Or maybe it's just I don't know the difference between block and ban. But let's see here. I don't like that. This hand could be Tanyao. If I get something to build off of this 3. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that happened. That would have been years ago, but I've known Magia for years, so. I'm blowing Umphi's mind. It does often feel like that, yeah. In fact, like, it's been telling me about how one of its friends has been getting really into Mahjong lately. And I'm getting the feeling that's probably you. No, don't die. Don't die. Ooh, this could be nice. This could be a pure straight. Or I can get a pair of Dora. Yeah, just drop that. But yeah, let's see. I've known Meiji for like... It's been over 10 years. It's been well over 10 years, right? Because that would have been... I'd have been like 19? Fuck, that's like 13 years. We literally lived together for, well, up until like a year ago. I think I heard you were coming into town, but like, because they lived in some apartments that are like a few blocks down now. Well, they did, and now of course they've moved other side of the country. Man, I'm not paying attention to this game enough. It could easily become a half flush here. If I go like a red dragon here would go hard. I'll take that. I'll lean into it. I don't necessarily need the half flush. In fact, I think it actually... Okay. I'll keep that as a pair. I think this one is likely to go. If I draw that myself, I think that changes things enough. I think I go back on what I just said and I do go for the half flush. It's just gonna be hard to get the Sanzo here. Probably should have kept that for safety and dropped the 2 instead. Also doesn't help that I think that this player's definitely also going for a flush. So it's going to be especially hard to get my 3-so. Either they already have them in hand, or they are going to be able to win off it instead of dropping it for me. Most likely. Huh. Do I think that they have a 2 and 3 waiting for a 1-4? Because I have 2 1s, 2 4s. It would be hard for them. Okay, well, I get that. 5, 6. I think I'm going to do this. 3, 6, 9, wait. Let's go! It passed! Huge. Hell yeah. So this is a 5 Han Mongon. Half flush, 2 Dora, dragon. I think I call Con here. I don't like that. But it passed. Okay. With the 3-sided weight, I think that was worth it. And then also, 2, 1. Yeah, then I'll be able to get the Haite, hopefully, if I get very lucky. Or that. Let's go, let's go. Slight lead. Okay. Easy Tanyao, let's go. Hell yeah. I think my East goes to the next available opportunity. Hopefully no one's going for it, but yeah, okay, cool. Let's go. Really standard discards from everyone so far. This is also Ishanten with Chitoy right now. Like 4-so, 5-mon, 3-mon, any of those put me in Tenpai. I think it's more likely to win this hand if I just force Tanyao only. But Tanyao Chitoy could happen. We could see it. I gotta make a decision, because that's Dora. I don't think Chitoy's gonna be happening. I think it's gonna be much easier to just call tiles here. Tanya Dora looks pretty nice to me. Could even be 4-5-6 Sanshoku if I get real lucky here. Or 3-4-5 Sanshoku, but nah, I don't think I like that because that would just make that weird weight and that weird middle weight. I'm in the lead. I don't need that value from the Sanshoku. Oh, that would have been Tenpai. That's okay. We could do this. It honestly might be Pinfu at this point. Y'all, I think it's gonna be Pinfu. I'll still call for either of these two groups if I get the chance, which would make it... Well, okay. But yeah, if I had just drawn that myself, definitely would have gone Pinfu. Don't like them taking the lead here, but we got plenty of time to catch up. That West can go. I'd love to get a pair in here. That makes things so much simpler. Or if I pick up a 2-so, that's also pretty nice. That's not bad at all. I'm happy with that. Yeah, if I pick up 2-so, this definitely could be Pinfu. But honestly, even a 1-so or a 4-so as well. Yeah, these can go at this point, I think. It could even just be Tanyao. 3-4-5, 5-6, 3-4-5 here, a group here. That's gonna make Tanyao a little harder, to be honest, but you know what? Could Could still be Pinfu with a Forso. And now Tanya's back in town. Let's see. I don't trust that. And I also don't really strictly need it. It would be nice to have a pair of it, but I don't want to drop it later and have it deal in when I'm liking my hand right now. I don't really want to hold on to that big ol' landmine. Yeah. We just do this, and now we're looking at either Tanya or Pinfu. Nah, we don't need double pwn weight. Double pwn weight's bad, I think. I don't like it. It is rare that I can actually manage to win with the double pwn weight. They fucking hate me, to be honest. Yeah, I'll gladly take this. Honestly, picking up another 3-mon or a 6-mon? Could be Sanshoku. Probably won't be, but that is a chance. Oh. Dang. I want them to stop winning. I want to win. That said, this is my chance. I am dealer. I'm off to a great start. Hell yeah. Not really going to be making use of that 8. Hold on to the north for just a second. Again, a 3-4-5 Sanshoku is possible here. On 3-mon, this is Pinfu. I'm worried about a flush across for me. Probably Mon, considering what they just dropped, but that could also be a feint. Means I want to get rid of this 9 early. Okay, yeah. So flush is most likely for them. Drop this, keep these. And I can easily call tiles here again, make it Tanyao. At this point, I trust that a little bit more than my honors. Because if that is a flush, obviously they can use the honors. Ooh. Ooh. That's also interesting. Could look at dropping this, forcing Pinfu. Ah. Not a flush. Just a tiny hand. How's that going for you, Soul Flame? Again, this hand's not nearly as good as the last one, but you know what? It could still be north only, which isn't great, but it's something. It could... I mean, I'm close to Tenpai. It could be Riichi. That's fantastic. Love to draw that myself. Let's go. Yeah, what's it like trying to capture the Avatar, Soul Flame? How's that adventure going for you? Do I want to keep that to build off of? Probably not, right? I don't think I do at this point. Throwing away too much efficiency no matter what I drop. I mean, it could be. It's definitely possible. I'm gonna drop that. It's gonna force me to have to use a 3-mon. I would love to get that Sononko here. Or that can happen. That's probably game. Well, no, that's just Red Dragon only. Oh, never mind. Yeah. Oh, never mind. They live 100 points. Okay, we're still in this. I need a Hanemon. Before this player to my left dies, I need a Hanemon. To be honest, I don't see how it can happen with this hand. Just drop this here. Y'all, to be honest, I think I'm fighting for second. Maybe if like one of the other two players gets hit, then next round maybe I can get a hand with a Hanemon, but oh, I'm not liking my chances. That's nice. Okay. Got another Dora. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could look at Tanyao here. Tanyao Dora 2. Try to win it off either of these if I want to fight for first. But if I take second, I'd be happy with it. I'm cutting my ones. I don't like him. I think Sononko's not gonna be happening. Keep the 9 for slider safety, because I think that's gonna be... Actually, I don't know that it is. I guess with 3 8s out, it probably is. Probably. I should have called that. But instead I'll call this. Oh. So I'm looking for a 3-pin, 5-pin, 6-pin, any of those I'll happily call. There we go. That's that 5-pin again. Let's go. Huge. Tempai. If I end up winning off this player, that's fine. I'll take second. I'm okay with that. What I would not want is for the Toyman to get a win off me that's big enough to knock me below them. All right. That's game. Oh. So that, I think, is it for me for Jade Room matches. I'll do a Sanma. I'll do a quick Sanma. And you know what? I was saying Sanma East earlier. Just as something quick to do, but I'm going to put us in for a Sanma South. Gold Room, though, because my Sanma rank is no longer Master. Hasn't been for about a year now. I gotta build it back up, y'all. Okay. Okay, yeah. That's a hand. I'll be obvious with it. That's fine. With a hand like this, I don't mind being obvious. Yeah, gotta love how much more common these flushes are in Sanma. Come on. No. Now the question is... There is a chance here that this ends up a Chitoe. No. No, not if that comes out. They come out so much more often in 3-player. Like, it's ridiculous just how much more common they are. I have probably, like, I don't know, 3 or 4, maybe 5 Yakumon in 4-player. I've honestly played just more 3-player, but I have, like, a couple dozen, I think, Yakumon. Massive difference between the two stats. Ooh. Alright. I can't feed them anymore. Even if it means folding this hand. I don't think they're going for that, though. I'll take that. Tuso is at least going to be safe across for me. I don't really know that I like it to my left, so I'm not going to drop it right yet. There is also a chance that this ends up as all triplets. Yeah, I did not want to deal into that. Oomphy was just shot with a gun. His hand's fantastic if I can pick up an 8-so. If I can pick up a pair in either of these 3, I'm also happy. That's not bad either. Alright, alright, alright. I'll do that. I'll look for my pair somewhere in here. That is going to make things a little bit harder. No longer able to use those 8s. That 9 can go now. Again, the 8s are out. Even if technically I could, like, be more likely to hit... Like, that would have been Tenpai, but, like, for no tiles. What's the point? If I get a 3-pin, if I get anything else around here, or 1-pin even, because that would just make... it would be in the same large group. So that'd be fine as well. Any of those put me in Tenpai. That's fantastic. Okay. So it's going to be a 2 or 5-so wait, or 8, but again, those are out. I very gladly just drop the 2-pin here. Yeah, just go for it. Oh, let's go! Richi, Ipatsu, Tsumo, Dora. Kita as well. Andorra, hell yeah. Okay. Not that the Uriel was necessary, it's Hanemon either way. Okay. I don't really see a way to get much value out of this. I mean, it's gonna be hard to, um, hmm. Also, I definitely should have dropped this 4 there, but oh well. Um, like if the toyman across from me just ends up knocking this player out, that can happen very, very easily. Uh, yeah, that can happen easily, and I just don't really have the value to be able to overtake them with this hand. So I think they're a little bit more likely to stay in front, but now we'll see with a new hand if that's still the case. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I've played a little bit of Hong Kong Mahjong. There's there's now 2 apps, I guess, that I play that have it. One is it Let's Mahjong? I think that's what it is. Let me check. Yeah. So I played a little bit on Let's Mahjong. Ooh. Enough to like know the basics there. And then also there's another Ricci Mahjong client that came out. Well, it actually hasn't come out yet. It's an open beta. Comes out on the 14th. That has Ricci Mahjong, Taiwanese Mahjong, Hong Kong Mahjong, and then also it's going to have Sichuan Mahjong on the full release as well. So I've been playing a little bit more there too. Ricci Mahjong is still very much my favorite of those children, though. Ooh, what? Nah. I was thinking for a second about maybe dropping the 5, and there wouldn't be any difference between dropping the 3 and dropping the 7 there. Okay, there we go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. As long as that passes, let's go. I can kill someone here. I can kill someone here. It's... I don't know the scoring system for it. That's the part that, like, is still over my head, that I gotta learn. But, like, the rest, yeah, it really is just simple Mahjong. I think it could be a great way to, like, show people how to play if you want to get them into Ricci eventually, instead of just, like, throwing them straight into this. um, but, like... And like, obviously it's fun on its own, too. I still enjoy playing it, but, like... Man, I like playing Ricci. I like the complications that this has. It's so nice. Defensive play is like... It's fun. Maybe there's more defensive play in Hong Kong Mahjong than I know. I just... it seems like it's focused a lot more on offense. Oh, yes. It is definitely Calvin Ball. You know, that match was quick. Let's do a 3-player East now. My brain is still very much mush at this point. But I got one in me for a 3-player East. And then after that, that's going to be stream. I like my 1-2-3s. This hand's not bad. It's not really valuable. Hell yeah. Yeah, I will almost certainly be up for that if you do. Ricci or Hong Kong Mahjong. Makes sense, makes sense. If I pick... I was thinking, like, if I pick up a Forso, I could look at the possibility of a Tanyao here. I'm definitely dropping this. The question is if I pick up the 4 so... Because it could also be 4, 5, 6. I think I just take it, though. I think I would just go Tanya out so I can call tiles. And then just drop the 1. Or we can not worry about it and just call Ricci. Ricci door 2. Happy with that. Accidentally unplugged my headphones for a second. But they reconnected. There they are. Come on. 6 so, 8 so. Either of these. Neither of them has really dropped much that gives me any information on if they'd be willing to drop these. Like, there's a single 7 so here, but that's pretty late. It's a little terrifying, honestly. I've already said what I did about Champon Waves earlier. I don't like them. I don't really necessarily like my chances against the Ricci, but you know what? Doesn't matter. I can just draw it myself. And it's Urador 3. Doesn't get much better than that. Get that Baimon. Hell yeah. What we got here? We got some good stuff. We got some real good stuff. I'd love to be able to call in these Easts. I just like another pair. Preferably one of these. Though I guess at this point, now that I'm in Tempai, it wouldn't really much matter about having that other pair. Not in Tempai. Ishanten, now that I'm close to Tempai. Now that calling that would put me in Tempai. Like I said, my brain is mush right now. Okay, hell yeah. I mean, I think I just Ricci. Yeah. We take it. We go for it. For honors, that's where I really don't mind the double pair weights. That's terrifying, though. That's rough. That's rough. Oh well. It doesn't put them above me, which is the big thing. I'm still in first, going into all last. It's not a bad hand at all. I can easily call on dragons. I'm above the 40,000 threshold, so it's not like I have to worry about getting extra value here. I'm immediately eyeing the fact they've dropped 2 Pentiles already. I was going to say in Sanma that's a sign to me that they could be going for a flush, but you know what? If they just call Ricci that early, who knows what they're going for. That is terrifying to me. I could come in last because of that. Let's see. Okay, not last. That's the important thing. Hey. I thought that tile was safe enough. It made sense. Sometimes it just happens. But yeah, with that, I gotta go. Y'all, my brain is like, it's goop. It's goop right now. But thank you for hanging out. I'll probably do more next, I'm guessing Thursday at 3? Probably. Maybe. we'll see. But that's gonna do it. So thank you very much, and I'll see y'all next time.